for us, a big learning was where we were working on a big K-pop event concert series, and it went around multiple cities, including New Zealand.
Massive.
Yeah, it was a big thing. Long story short, we never got paid. So where we went wrong for that one is that I think everything when it comes to business, not even just events, is just about the learning. And once you've done something once, it's like, okay, we can do this, we can do it again, but we can do it better.
Welcome to BGN Network Member Spotlight. We have our wonderful Chantelle here. Amazing to see you here and amazing to have you here. So let's jump in straight away, Chantelle, and thank you very much for giving your time to us at BGN Network Spotlight. How do you feel, by the way?
Thank you for the opportunity. Very excited. I'm getting practice at all of this. Getting up and speaking in front of everybody. So it looks like I'll be doing more often. So
fantastic. No, that's great. So just wanted to understand more about you in this journey. What's your background and what's your importance in whatever you're doing right now?
Yeah, sure. So I guess why we're in business is, well, there's two reasons really. We go through for the personal reasons, which is, I guess, when you have a young family, you want to make sure that you can be there to support them and look after them while they're growing up, and not have to wonder who's going to be taking care of your kids or how, they're doing school holidays, all that sort of stuff. So there's that. We also have myself and my husband have an event background and production, and so we sort of decided to join forces and sort of bring that to life with our event management skills as well. So our main purpose is to really help clients sort of reduce the stress load, and also help with the outcomes of non-for-profits is fundraising and all that sort of stuff. So just helping other businesses bring their events to life.
What inspired you?
I think what inspired me is that there's so many great events around that I just had this little personal goal that I wanted to put my name to them. So there's some big events that I would, in the back of our heads, are like, yes, we want to do this, we want to do this, we want to do this, and we'd love to have our name to that as well. Fantastic. And I had probably a little bit of a, growing up where I wanted to be around famous people.
No, that's great.
I think when growing up, I was like, I'm going to be an actress, or I'm going to be, I just wanted to be around people that were famous for some reason. And I thought if you do like events, well, for sure you cross paths.
I think we all
have, different.
I think we all have that in our hearts, right? To be around the famous people, to be around who has been successful in their journey, in their vision, in their goals. And so that we get attached to them and we learn something out of it, and we move on and to help the community even more further. What do you think?
I think, you definitely don't know who you're going to cross paths with. That's the exciting thing. So sometimes a lot of these are up to the clients. They're not always booked by us, but it's also sometimes the attendees. So you might come across like football players or, MCs or speakers that might be of a A-grade level. And the thing is that for us, we just treat them as everyday people. So I guess when I had this little girl vibe thing going on when I was bigger, I thought I was going to like have these, crush on all these actors that I wanted to hang around with. But it's not like that. Like when you work close with them, you actually just treat them like normal people.
That's exactly right, right? Like, I mean, as long as you see them far away, like you feel like, oh, wow. But when you go closer, like, I mean, they're normal human beings, And it's such an incredible feeling when you help someone put up a good show, because I'm an event lover myself. Tell me more about your business overview. Like, I mean, how do you look after your business, and what makes you drive and what makes you get in? Yeah,
for sure. So with us, we are an event management organisation that looks after non-for-profit and corporate clients. So we support them in the planning and the logistical delivery of events. And I guess where we come in is where they lack that time and that expertise. So we want to try and educate our clients that, yes, events can be stressful, but if we think and put a plan together and we think further ahead of time, they don't need to be as stressful. So that's kind of what we're at. We're also about helping them with the logistics. Say, one or two people might be able to plan an event, but when it comes to delivery, you need a team. And you can't be one person on the day with 10 million things going on. you need to be able to delegate. And so we come in with the team.
Absolutely.
So we'll have the planning team, and then we'll have a delivery team, and then we help that all happen so that the clients don't have to worry about anything.
Fantastic. So. Yeah, because they have their own overheads and they don't want to think about how I'm going to organize that, how I'm going to do that. It's much better for you to look at the holistic approach, like 360 degrees, cover everything and take that burden off the shoulder. That's fantastic.
Exactly what we do. That's our ultimate goal, is to make it a lot easier for them by systemizing it and just using communication, but also, I guess, planning backwards. So, you know, you think of what the big picture needs to be, and then you work backwards on time from there, and have task lists and allocations and all that sort of stuff. So that helps the client sort of stay on track.
And I think having that control for yourself will meet all the gaps as well. Like, I mean, you will make sure that tiny nitty-gritties are covered as well, because you know everything. Like, I mean, you are covering everything.
That's the thing with us. We've always got contingencies before the client knows about them. So, like, they might know about 1 or 2 backups, but we've probably got another 10 in our pocket. So we don't want to be using backups, but the thing is that these things need to be considered. And that's what we're there for, is to, you know, we try to plan for anything that might go wrong, so that if it does, we know how to act in that moment. If you don't plan for things that go wrong, that's when things fall apart, and you don't want a team falling apart on the day.
No, you know, leave that to the expert.
Yeah, exactly. And I mean, we've all been on events before where from the front and the guests there, probably no one knows anything, but like behind the scenes, everyone's running around like headless chooks, and you don't. And that's stressful. You want to eliminate that as much as possible.
Absolutely. And tell me more about some of the challenges you faced, and how did you overcome one of the challenge?
I guess this one is probably more in our early days of business, where we didn't really have some of our, I guess, compliance and terms and conditions and sort of all that sort of in place. So for us, a big learning was where we were working on a big K-pop event here in Australia, a concert series, and it went around multiple cities, including New Zealand.
Massive K-pop.
It was a big thing. And there was an international promoter.
Yes.
So with that one, we'd been working for 6 months with a local organiser who was also coordinating between the international promoter. And I guess, long story short, we never got paid. So where we went wrong for that one is that, I guess, our scope of work, we had a document in place, but it wasn't really signed, or it wasn't acknowledged as such, and we didn't have terms and conditions or payment terms. So I guess the biggest challenge for that was that we had to, you know, go to court and sort of sort all that sort of out, and that wasn't very nice, especially when I just had a 4-month-old baby.
You wanted to. You would have. I mean, I bet you would have learned a lot out of that, and how to organize yourself and how to be more authentic or more up there from the day one to get them signed. The contracts are out there.
I think from that, the learning was straight away, we got terms and conditions drafted by lawyers. We know now the protocol of any sort of payment and all that sort of stuff, you know, we had lawyers. We've got sort of a bench of people that we need if that ever happens. But also just being more thorough with our contracts and our scope of work documents and making sure that they're signed and agreed to, so this doesn't happen. And the other thing as well is that challenge actually made us change our payment terms to paying upfront in full. So back then we weren't. It was more like a payment upfront and a payment after the event, and then that after that was the decision was made that we would no longer operate in that way.
How long did that usually go for a tour? Let's say prior to that and after that, how long is the tenure of your work? Usually for
it could depend. Like a conference, for instance, we could be, you know, 4 to 5 months of a planning. Sometimes it could be a year, depending if it's like a large sort of like government style project. Fun runs and charity walks can be anywhere between 4 to 8 months of planning. Concerts, I'd probably say 6 to 8 months. So everything has different amount of time that it takes to plan as well.
And what's your proudest moment so far? I mean, I bet you would have done numerous events, small and big and massive.
Well, I didn't think of anything event specific as such right now, but recently I did get asked to participate in an event industry conference panel where I travelled to Sydney.
Congratulations.
And the room was full of event personnel, which was a really great opportunity for our business and to be up on the stage with other event industry contacts that we've remained in contact with since that event. So being there and actually speaking in front of that amount of people is probably a huge thing for me.
Absolutely it is.
No one probably knows this, I am the shy kid. So at least I thought I was.
Well, the shy kid is more sort of organising events now.
Yeah, but I sort of hide behind the scenes. So that's where I don't come and get the limelight, I hide.
Yeah. I guess you would leave some of your inhibitions and you will strip off a lot. Like, I mean, those kind of what you're attached to, you feel like you can do a lot more things and you can achieve a lot more things and you're more assertive and you're more sort of focus oriented when you drive these kind of events. Yeah,
I think everything when it comes to business, not even just events, is just about the learning. And once you've done something once, it's like, okay, we can do this, we can do it again, but we can do it better. Yeah, so that's everything in our business. Yeah. That's what it comes down to.
Yeah. No, fantastic. And it also depends on how you work with the people, because it's all people management at the end of the day. You're organizing events for the people, for the human beings, and you're working with the people as well around you.
Yeah.
And there are so many types of people around we work with, and that's a challenge. That's the biggest challenge.
That is a challenge, definitely. One of our biggest purposes of our business is just bringing communities together.
Absolutely.
And like I said, bringing communities together and doing the events is often sort of the easy bit. It's all the people management behind the scenes that could be challenging. And I'm not just talking about the people directly under us. You're working with a lot of stakeholders, suppliers, venues, all that sort of stuff. Mixed personalities, you can send briefs, people may not read briefs, or I didn't get this information. So, you're going to come across people that aren't always accommodating, I guess. But you sort of just try to keep moving as best you can.
Absolutely. How do you bring in your USP, your unique value proposition? There are so many event planners around, and you don't have to compete with anyone. It's you who you compete with. But again, how do you bring the best out of yourself?
Yeah, for sure. So with us, I guess, I don't really look at people as competitors. I feel like we just focus on who we are and what we do.
Absolutely.
So there's that. And for us, I guess, we have a production side to our business as well. So with our events, we can sort of come in with that sort of double-sided sword where we can offer planning and delivery as well as audiovisual production, and we can scale that to big or small, such as, basic PAs to large-scale events. So we have that arm. Not many other companies have that sort of capability. And I guess with our planning of events, we also make sure that we're building systems every time to make things easier for next time. So like, recently I've just done a conference for somebody and we've built systems for how we book the hotels and the room blocks for their delegates.
Awesome.
Another charity, we built a volunteer recruitment system and communication system. So we look at ways with clients that we can build something that's purpose for them that we could reuse and make our workload easier in years to come. It's not just a one off sort of project.
That's right.
So I guess that's our unique selling point, is that we try to improve the way that we do business and work for our clients by the systems we create for them.
And that's fantastic, Chantelle. Correct me if I'm wrong. You don't look that as a transaction, but you look more sort of, how can I do this better?
Exactly.
And how can I do for my business a better proposition even in the future, so I can use that continuously, growing myself personally and professionally, the whole business as well. Because once the business grows, the people will grow automatically as well. That's another way of looking at it.
I'm my worst enemy at times, because I feel like everything always needs to be better, no matter what. Even when it's good or perfect already. I always think that there's a lot.
I really believe in that, Chantelle. I mean, fantastic what you said. And you are your best critic as well. You sit down and understand, okay, these are my strengths. Okay, I don't know this. Let's understand this, how it's going to work for me and for my business and for my people around, and how I can build this even much bigger to what I think. What's your future vision? What are you thinking about? Okay, this is where I want to reach, or this is where I want to go in the next 2 to 5 years.
Well, for us, we want to be growing our team. So we'll be looking at moving our office very soon and growing our team. we'll be looking at expanding the type of projects that we're going to be coordinating. Our production side of the business is growing, so that's kind of turning into a sort of like a standalone service at the moment. So we might end up expanding that into its sort of own product. It might not always go in hand with our events. So we'll see how we're going to grow with that. And yeah, we've got our eye on a few projects sort of interstate with large sporting organisations and communities. So early steps, I'm not going to dive into that yet. You might have to wait and see.
But how do you do that when your future vision is organising yourself or in coordination with other states in Australia? How do you get touch with the people interstate?
So we do have a couple of relationships with some other event companies interstate that we work together. So we're mutually respected, and so when they sort of need staff in Melbourne, we help them. If we need staff in Sydney, then they'll call upon us. So we have that sort of working relationship. And then similar with suppliers, some of our suppliers actually exist interstate already, which is good. So and then if not, we sort of build other partnerships as we go. Depending on what needs.
That is great, and that itself, in itself, in the next 2 to 5 years is looking so strong for you to build that connection, collaboration, and build that community around you and throughout Australia. I wish you all the best, and BizGrowth Network is always here to help and support you whichever way, shape or form we can. Thank you so much for being here today.
Thank you so much.
Lovely to work with you.